Hi guys, good morning. My name is Rohit Prakash, and it's Wednesday. This is the episode of Somewhat Wisdom. Hope everybody's journey up until this point has been fantastic and smooth and spiritual. And if not, uh, try to have a 15-minute spa break and get on the good spiritual side of what we have going on here. Let's get right to it. First off, I want to thank LaCroix Sparkling Water, my business partner Andrew Schultz, and Polo Ralph Lauren, and Quaker Oatmeal. Okay, with that being said, today's the for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days prior, I've been going in alphabetical order, and I've been going over three acronyms that go with each letter. So initially it was A, B, C, D, E. Today we're on F. On A was architecture, awareness, acceptance. B was bright, brave, believe. C was care, compassion, compete, verse, identify. And D is dharma, direction, and delivery. E is energy, empathy, and eclectic. And the F was feel, felt, and found. Now, feel, felt, and found has long time been studied as if you're in sales, a closing technique. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I saw the product or the price of the product. But what I found once I got the product, or once I found most of my clients loved it. But here we're talking about something different. We're internalizing how we feel about a certain situation, or about how we're doing right now, about the pandemic that's going on right now, or how we're feeling disconnected of things that we're usually attached to mentally, either mentally, physically, or spiritually. Okay, so we want to recognize that, and we want to understand at that particular time and moment, if we're fortunate enough to be that spiritually and emotionally fit at the time the emotion strikes, why you feel that way, what's the cause of the feeling, and is there anything you can do to get out of that, or do you have to address it later? For instance, yesterday I had to go to Jackson Memorial Behavioral Health Center because I have an older brother that has paranoid schizophrenia, and my father's a little old right now. And my mom can't take the Metro bus because right now it's a little bit of an iffy time out there in the environment. So they asked me to take her. So of course I'm more than happy to help out any way I can. So we drive over there, and I parked across the street of the facility, and of course wearing the masks and my glasses and earphones for directions, and I was sitting there, I looked up there at the behavioral unit, and I remember in my undergrad when I think I was turning 20 years old. It was one of the hardest things I had to do. My brother was in there for about a month or 2 months because of his schizophrenia was getting out of control. And on my 20th or 21st or second birthday, I'm not sure, I had to go visit him there. And at the same time, simultaneously, I was breaking up with a long-term girlfriend who had moved in with somebody else, and I didn't know about it. So it was like it's still a big thing, but at the time, when you're 22, that's like the world's gonna end, right? And I'm still graduating, getting my undergrad, et cetera, et cetera. So I was 21, excuse me. So I was 21, and so a lot of things were happening, and so I find myself, I find myself that parked across the behavior center, saying, like there's two other things. The more things change, the more they stay the same, and if nothing changes, then nothing changes, right? So you could apply both here, but what I feel here, that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I have to recognize why this is happening. Why am I feeling these types of emotions? My mom had to just walk in there and get some medication, and getting that medication, I'm just looking out all over directions, like around me, being aware of my surroundings, because they didn't let my mom in with her purse, and she had to come back to the car with her purse, which was a good idea in retrospect. In retrospect, that I look back at it, because I need, we just can't have her purse taken away. And she came back to the car, put the purse down, and went inside the facility, the mental behavioral health facility, and got my brother's medication. Not the most pleasant and happiest things to start off the day with, but it's a necessary thing we have to do. We all have to take things to keep our engines running, and for us humans, we know we the most advanced type of machines in the world. We need certain things to make us function properly. And for my brother, that's one of them, and for me, I take something different. However, I recognize how I feel at that moment, and I was able to address it right then and there, which is something before I wouldn't. I would linger in me before for a long time. No, excuse me. I addressed it, but I still had that feeling for about 4 or 5 minutes after we left on the highway and we saw the cars. I was thinking, life is just a funny sequence of events that it's so unpredictable, and how things happen. No matter what good or bad comes to you, or no matter what area or place uh, or where you are in life, spiritually, financially, uh, family wise, you still feel emotions that are pent up, and it's good to get them out. And that's what I was feeling then, and then felt when we're feeling, for instance, a lot of the times here I spend quite. I'm one of these people that think that being alone is not lonely, because I'm comfortable being alone now. I used to be always be surrounded by people, and always be out and about here and there, and always be speaking and around business partners and around my business partner, and doing fun things and some business things. A lot of the business atmosphere things that require a lot of my attention. That you don't have time to think. You go from one place, you go to the other. You make one phone call, you have to go there, etc., etc., or you have to go on your schedule, and it's on your calendar listed. So you have to go. We're hopping from place to place to place, right? So when I think back on it now, my life is calm and peaceful, and don't get me wrong, I'm very fortunate. I'm extremely fortunate. I'm getting over addiction. I have people that love me. I have my Facebook and Instagram people, no matter what the amount of followers are, that pay attention to me, and hopefully they take note of this. Um, but I get to disseminate this information in such a positive fashion that it can help you. And if it could help, believe me, if it could help me, and I was the type of person that, when a long time ago, when being angry for some reason we thought was cool, I would be angry for a long time, but now I'm not. I get angry, I feel what it is, I try to address it at that point, so it doesn't metamorphosize into something else, and the osmosis of the chemistry in the brain from how I feel turns into how I felt, and in a lot less time. So we want to get how we feel, and whenever you are, if we're feeling bad or good or what have you, we want to recognize that, because when we're in a bad mood, quite often we wait for someone else or something else to get us in a good mood, or we just go through it. Sometimes in life, you just have to go through some certain things, right? When someone dear to us passes away, we have to just, you don't get over some things, you just go through them. It's a part of nature. It's the beginning of a new life for somebody else when they pass away, or it's the end of something and we have to deal with it. Whatever your perspective is on that, it's completely fine. And we have to, I'd like to know how I felt, so that when I'm in a bad space in my mind, and my energy and my frequency and my level of thinking is not good, I like to know how I felt before, when I felt good, and what did I do, what was I doing. Or I like to know if I visited that place before and I felt great at the time, what was different then than not now. And it just so happened that this time it was the opposite. Last time I was there, it was it wasn't such a good experience, and but this time it was for something positive, so I felt great about it. I thought I'd share it with you guys. And on the last F, and again, guys, even if you think I'm not the most high profile person on here, I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to earn money from you. I'm not here to do anything. I'm just here to serve you and give you free information and advice that for me in my life, I'm 40 now, that has tramp from like you jumping on a trampoline, taking me from here 3 or 4 stories above to being emotionally fit, spiritually fit, financially fit, and you can never get enough of those 3 things. But most importantly, is emotionally fit and spiritually fit. Right? There's no limitation on that. You can never be too much of that, or enlightenment. You can never be, or too much meditation. You'll never overdose on too much breathing. Okay? So, and in finding that, what I found is that a lot of these things, this is when the law of attraction really tends to kick in. Of course, when you're in business and stuff like that, and of course, like nationalities and stuff, you're gonna gravitate towards people where you're from. Some people, and but when you're coming on a spiritual and you're on a type of plane that you're extremely, your level of self-awareness is very high, and your level of emotionally and spiritually being fit is very high, and you're very astute. You have read a lot of books, you've seen a lot of people, you've hired your life coaches, you've run your own business, you've had your own brand, you've had your own products. And when you find yourself that whenever you speak to somebody, that you come to a place in your life that when you speak to someone, you don't have to say any of these things, and you can talk to them, and you can put your ego in a box and not mention any of that, unless you're in a spiritual program where you're meant to say that. You're supposed to say that so you can let off things off your chest with your therapist or psychiatrist. That's completely fine. But when you're in a regular outdoor with people in the conversation, and it's very exciting initially in the beginning when you're taking off, and the money's coming in, and you have your own product, you got your licenses, and you got your people are looking at your stuff online. You want to tell it the whole world and everything. That's awesome. That is a great feeling. I know. Believe me, I know. But you want to write them. You don't want to take any victory laps and let people see, hey, yeah, I'm doing this and that. Write them. Try to write them down. Tell your mom and dad or someone that's will be proud of your best friend that knows that's not going to take advantage of your emotions. Tell someone that's not going to be jealous of you, that sees the best in you and wants more for you, and and eventually they're gonna know. People will know, just the way you come off and the way you present yourself, and the way you gravitate towards different certain people and different dynamics and chemistry, and the way you interact with people. Okay, that type of symmetry and balance of relationships and emotions will automatically will become a part of your mental and spiritual atmosphere and climate. Right? Notice how, and during a pandemic right now, you're listening to me as opposed to being on the news, listen to everybody all the negative stuff there that can harm you. Your mind has already been programmed to look for things that are good for you. So you're already starting off healthy. It could be me, it could be anybody else. If you don't listen to me, there's other people out there with tons of experience, lots of credentials and stuff like that. I'm just giving you my stories from my point of view in this 13-minute and 45-second spiel that I have here. I have tons more if you like, and if you'd like to, you can always DM me, private message me, and someone will get back to you. You just my name is on here somewhere, and it'll be on YouTube as well. But you guys give me a purpose to be on here, and you give me something to look forward to when I wake up. Today I woke up a little bit late, and I thought, man, I wanted to get on the camera today to. And again, forgive me, guys. My dermatologist, my skin regimen, the same thing, and I'm in need of a haircut, which I'll probably put off because I forget all the time. But so today's 3 words for F are feel, felt, and found. Feel, felt, and found. You can read up on this. It's on like tons of other psychological books, and the psychology of selling and stuff like that. But you could apply it to your own life in different aspects, and it's really easy to it's really easy to remember too, because it's the same type of thing but in different tenses. Feel, felt, found. So I appreciate you guys taking time out, taking 15 minutes and 7 seconds to listen to me. And there's lots of more information. I really appreciate this. It's really it really helps me out in a therapeutic way. And if you can't find beauty, create it, guys. Life is a series of creating memories, positive memories. And when you're on your bed and something's not going well, the only things that keeps you going are memories of people and things and places and scents and sounds of things like that you remember. So let's try to create some now, so that when we go out there or when this thing is done, we'll be full with an emotional arsenal that nobody can stop you. You'll be unstoppable. And if that's not your goal, that's completely fine. But by chance, just you might turn into an emotional spiritual weapon that's just so a ray of light that nothing can come close to you. So or harm you. You'll feel like nothing you take will be personal, and you'll have your own personal mission statement, whatever it is. I'll tell you later on how to design that if you like, in your own personal goals or achievements or daily to-do lists or what have you. Okay, it's 16 minutes and 23 seconds now. You guys are the best. I love you. If you can't find beauty, it starts here. Create it, okay? Positive, we create positive here, and then a positive impact out there. Positive impact here, positive impact out there. Okay, guys, I truly appreciate you listening to me. Find me on YouTube under the way my name is spelled, Rohit Prakash, and today's date. And take care until next time, guys. Bye bye. Try to design your life today. Love you. Bye.